My favorite memory of Grandpa is when he would tap our face when he would come over and we would see him. And my favorite memory with Grandma is when we went to Arizona, and her sense of humor is my favorite.
Hi, we love you. We miss you guys so much.
We could see you more often.
Yeah. You guys are awesome. Love you.
Love you.
Love you.
So Grandpa, a couple quick memories. When I was a really little kid, we'd sneak into your bedroom, I think the house in American Fork, and steal your circus peanut candy. That was good times. And then I was 8 or 9, probably in the truck with you. It was just us two. We were driving to the store. We stopped at a red light, and you turned to me and said, "You know, Rusty, I want you to know I've got a testimony of the gospel." And you said some other things, but that just really made an impression on my mind. I really appreciate that. And then Grandma, you're just super cool and hipster for a grandma and fun to be around. And you've left a great example of constantly serving others and loving others, and I've really appreciated that, and love you guys.
One thing that Dad taught me is how to fix things, especially cars. Now, it was either the redneck way with duct tape or the right way to do things, and it usually involved a carburetor on Mom's kitchen table and tools spread everywhere, greasy fingerprints on every doorknob, and definitely a few choice words tossed around. Love you, Dad.
The thing that I admire about Larry and Muriel has been their willingness and desire to accept me into the family, and the love that I feel from them is impressive. And especially this time of year, it's good to have the support of family and to know that our Savior has atoned for us and helped us on our way to eternity as families. And I know that the strength that is felt as a combined family is good. Thank you.
We love you. You guys are the best in-laws in the world. I always tell everyone I really lucked out and hit the jackpot with my in-laws. I don't have any of those crazy horror stories that most people do, because I've got the best. You guys are amazing. I love you, and I'm so thankful that you've accepted me into your family, and you're wonderful. I just love being a part of your family.
One thing I love about Grandpa is that he would say all sorts of funny things when we were little, and even though they didn't always make sense, they were always funny and made us laugh.
I like Grandma because I go to her house to mow her lawn, and I like how she always gets me snacks.
My favorite memory of Grandpa is growing up, he would always do the pretend that he had our nose situation. I think that, yeah, I think he still does it to this day. My favorite memory of Grandma, I have two. One was on my 8th birthday, when we had a big birthday party, I think at Tara's house, and we had the pool birthday cake was my cake. I remember that. But we shared we shared a birthday because me and Grandma's birthdays are one after the other. It was hers and then mine. And I just remember our big birthday party that we had. Yeah. And then I have another memory when my mom would let me go to girls' night. It wasn't really girls' night, but we would go to Kama's house, and it was Kama, Grandma, Mom, my mom, Cassie, and then me and my friend Rachel came over, but we would just laugh and play silly games. And I remember Kama came outside. This is not necessarily with Grandma. Grandma was there, but Kama came out and did like a big face on our window in the car. It was funny. But I remember that. It's one of my favorite memories of Grandma and Grandpa.
Hi Grandpa, it's Soraya. I just wanted to say I'm really grateful for you, and I love you a lot, and I've always looked up to you and Grandma, and I really love you a lot. Love you.
I like Grandpa because he's always super funny and does funny things to me.
Hi Grandma and Grandpa. We were just wanting to thank you so much for the car and for the much needed help in our hard times. And we're so thankful for your guys' giving hearts at every time. And we just wanted to say a big we love you. And we're very grateful for you. Love you again.
Okay, Capri, why do you love Grandma and Grandpa?
Because I love Grandpa.
And do you love Mimi?
Yeah,
Why do you love Mimi?
because I love me. Because I love Mimi.
Hi Grandma, it's Soraya here. I'm really grateful for you because you've always been so nice and kind and fun, and I really liked how you were always caring about me and how you have always looked out for me even when I've been kind of annoying and grumpy. But I really love you, Grandma.
Growing up, I was nicknamed Mom's Cocklebur. I was stuck to her leg. I went everywhere she went, whether it be to the grocery store, to the post office, to take dinner to a neighbor's, to the church to set up for an activity. Wherever she went, I did too. I saw Mom do a lot of good things. The funny thing is just the other day, she was texting me and she said, I'm now the Cocklebur to your leg, because now I drag her around to the store and we run the errands that she can't run by herself and needs help, and still helping other people. And I am more than happy that she is now my Cocklebur and I have her stuck to my leg, because she is my best friend. And Mom, I love you so much.
My favorite thing about Grandpa is that when he would come visit us and when he would come visit during family parties and would talk with us.
No, my favorite thing about Grandma was probably like when she would show up on Halloween with different costumes each time. Like the one time that she was the pumpkin, and I think that she showed up as like a murderer one time. That was fun.
Appreciate that both you and Mom are good parents and they have strong family.
So I was thinking of a few things, and as a mom, I always think, what have I done to share my talents with my kids, and what good has there been in the world? And I just wanted to let you know, Mom, that there are too many things that I can say about you and Dad and the things that you've taught me, but I just wanted to tell you that I appreciate that you taught me to do my best always. Whether I did my best, I don't know, but there are many things that you helped me with in my life, and I just, one example was our school projects. We are always up late doing school projects, and you are always helping us. No matter how tired you were, you always had time for us, and I appreciated that. I appreciated that I always knew that I had parents there that could help me, and Mom, you were there helping us till the very end. And I remember when I think about doing my best, there was nothing that we ever did that didn't look good or feel happy, because Mom, you always made it good for us. And I had a project in school that you helped me and also Kaylin with, and I was thinking about Kaylin. Sorry, I'm gonna cry. But anyway, I was thinking about Kaylin and how we did projects together, and how we did one specific project that got put in the museum. And because of help from you and from you telling us to do our best and to get it done and to work long hours and to push forward, we got it done. And it's on display in the museum, a little Anasazi ruin, and I'm proud of what you've taught me. And Dad, I just want to say I love you. You've taught me many things also, but the main thing is that I'm grateful for family, and I'm grateful for family because of the love that you've shown me and the love that you have for family. The trip that we went on to the Hole in the Rock was something that I will always remember. I remember your stories and telling us about things when you grew up, and the love that you had for family and how important family is. I love it when you come and you squeeze our cheeks and you say, I love you. And I know your prayers are always with us. Mom is always saying that both of you are saying prayers for our families, and I know that you love family, and I want to say I love you.
Grandma Mimi and Grandpa Larry, we love you guys. Bye, you guys.
Hi, Mom and Dad. Love you. I think to tell you how much I love you, I'll just share a couple of memories. Lately, I've even woken up in the middle of the night and just had memories of Blanding, not anything in particular or any one in particular, just kind of like different scenes of places that I used to play and explore. And as I was thinking about what to say, I just had the couple of memories. And for you, Mom, I remember sitting in the kitchen at the dinner table, and the table was completely clear, and I just had a plate with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that you had made, and you were standing in the kitchen. But it was a bright, sunny day. I don't know where everybody else was, but I just remember the sun shining through that big window that dropped off into our backyard, the patio window. And I was eating my sandwich, and I don't think I was very old. I can't remember whether I was 6 or 7 or 9 or 10 or whatever, but I just remember you had made the sandwich for me. And even at the moment, I just remember that I just remember feeling just kind of a peace and thinking how nice this was that you had made this sandwich for me. And for all I know, I probably ran off and didn't say a word to you, but I just thought it was just the perfect moment. I think I was at such an age and things were going on where I didn't have a worry in the world, but I recognized that this was just a really nice moment and a really nice place. And so I just thank you for raising me and giving me so many good memories, even though things weren't always ideal behind the scenes and everything. I think I was able to grow up and just play and explore and enjoy life. And so I just thank you for being my mom and giving me peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And Dad, I remember you, and I appreciate you teaching me to hunt and to love the outdoors. I regret not being able to give that to my own kids as much, but the one memory I have that just was really fun for me was a time when we were out hunting. It was north of Monticello, and your cousins or friends, I forgot exactly who it was, they had 4Runners that they needed taken back to the main road where their truck and their trailer were. And despite you never wanting us to have 4-wheelers, or you wouldn't buy them for us because they were too dangerous, you volunteered that both of us would do it. I had never driven a motorcycle or 4Runner or anything like that. So for me, it was completely new. But I just remember driving back with you side by side on some of these dirt roads and then headed back to the highway. And a couple of the places, we were probably going 50 to 60 miles an hour on these things, just both having a lot of fun. And I love it just because it was with you, but also you gave me the experiences that I wouldn't have had otherwise. Like I said, we weren't going to buy those things ourselves, but yet somehow I ended up getting to do so many things as a kid, just by the nature of family and where you took us and what you did with us and let us, experience all of the good things as kids. And I just appreciate being able to do that with you. And so thank you for raising me in a good place and giving me all kinds of good experiences and knowledge growing up. So I love you. Thank you.
The one thing that I think Dad has taught me is that it is always important to have family prayers and scriptures and family home evening. I remember times getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning when we were all tired and grumpy and half of us are fighting with each other, but we always managed to have scriptures and prayers together as a family.
We love you, Grandma and Grandpa.
My favorite thing about Mimi is how every time we see her at a family event, she always asks me where Weston is, and also just her entire personality and just how crazy
and sometimes weirdly unfiltered she can be. I love it. It's my favorite. And my favorite thing about Grandpa is, my favorite memory that I have of Grandpa is when we were trying to take one of the 0.5 pictures on Thanksgiving and he didn't know what the crap we were trying to tell him to do. And also, it makes me laugh every time we try to talk to him, and if we don't talk loud enough, he just goes, huh? So, that's my favorite thing.
I think my favorite memory, or one of them, of Mimi, is when her and Kemma and Cassie would be working late at night, working on bows, trying to get things done, and I'd be in with them, and we would have laughing fits until all of us were crying. Awesome. I think my favorite thing about Larry was having him teach me how to work on cars.
I love you, Mimi. I love that you make things fun and that you're like the coolest grandma ever. And I also really think that you're a really good influence and can show me how we can
I remember a time when I was a young teen and I decided I didn't want to go to class at church. I don't remember why or exactly what class it was, but I decided to slough. So I went out and sat in the car, the station wagon that we used to have, and we lived in Blanding, so our car was unlocked out there in the church parking lot up at the stake center. And I just went and sat out there, and a few minutes after I was out there, Dad came out. And he saw me, and I saw him first look mad, and then he looked a little sad. And he just quietly came and sat in the car. And I'm like just waiting to get in trouble. And he just very calmly and patiently and sincerely just talked to me about how important it was to go to church and to listen to the lessons, and that maybe someone needed me to be there to help lift them as well. And I just remember how calm and patient and loving he was, and that has always stood out to me. And I remember that other times that I wanted to slough church. And I did slough school after that, but I didn't slough church. So, Dad, thank you. That made a big impact on me. I love you.
My favorite thing about Grandma Mimi is that she just makes everything really fun and goofy in her own way. And it's always entertaining whenever we do things with her. Like when we went to Arizona on the road trip and we were all a little tired.
Mom taught me everything that I know. She taught me how to cook. She taught me how to be a mom. She taught me my sense of humor. I got my sense of humor from her and the sarcasm that we have in our family. My kids got it from her as well. I remember having to call her when I was first married almost every single day with a cooking question. And I'd call and I'd say, sorry, I have another cooking question. And now it's funny because she even says now she calls me for the cooking questions. And I remember that Mom was always full of service and doing things for other people. And that's one thing that she taught me is I love to serve. I love to serve others because I watched her serve others. Love you, Mom.
Hi, Grandma and Grandpa. I love y'all so much. You're the best grandparents ever. You're the sweetest. And I love and miss you.
When I think of Mom, I remember all the times of her making bread and making dinner in the kitchen. I remember going in there and she'd be rolling out dough and cutting it into the triangles to roll up, or just kneading the dough. I just think of her making bread. And I remember a time that we were doing pennies by the inch and we were walking around the neighborhoods with Mom. And I remember she was just so cheerful about it. And I remember times helping her set up for Relief Society. I remember going to aerobics at the church, like on Saturday mornings, and her just interacting with the other ladies. And she was always just so fun to be with and always serving others. And Mom, you've just been such a good example to me of service and love and joy. And I just want to thank you for your example, for your friendship, for your guidance, for your everything. You're the best, Mom. Love you.